tough to go. You don't know how tough it used to be for you to get a job across Archer. You had to do something. But thing about it, I don't know. I've always made it all right. I'm born here. I got a fair reputation. I remember your dad, more or less, we just scuffled together. He knows me. Willie Collins knows me too.
Oh yeah?
I'm
killing all the tapes and running.
Tapes, got some tapes. But anyway, all of us came up together here in Tulsa, on this north side over here. It's how you carried yourself as to whether people remember you or not. It's how you
Didn't you say your dad worked as a janitor after it was over?
The Strand Theater between 1st and 2nd on Main Street. My dad worked there that's the only job that I ever knew my dad had. $14 a week. That's what he made. Took a broom, the seats were lined up like a theater, took a broom and swept it from one aisle, and then go around and sweep it to the other aisle, sweep it down to the front and pick it up and clean up that theater. Mrs. Hazel McCoy was the owner of that theater, and she thought the world of my dad. She gave him the keys to everything, you know, and he worked there as long as I can remember. That's the only job I've ever remembered. My dad was a custodian now.
That's right.
Yeah, you know,
But he said that
from a janitor to a custodian.
But his dad never got over losing his business and having his entrepreneurship.
That was my question, basically. How, as you grew up, did he talk a lot about, did you talk a lot about that? Did you come up a lot at the dinner table or with your friends?
Never said a thing. I had a dad, oh Lord, I said, oh, I just wish I had that much of what my dad had, but I lost it just like my sons are losing it now. I've got a son, 39 years old. Whew. Boy, sometimes I want to just wring his neck. Got it made, and yet it's just a tramp. You might, well, I guess it's hard for me to call my boy a tramp. Got a good mind on him. Just got it made. Why should he want to work and everything else? Well, Dad is in pretty good shape. I mean, I got a place to eat and a place to stay. So why should I do anything? No. But that's neither here nor there. But all in all, Tulsa is a very unique little place, and this was my neighborhood up here. When they built all of this and everything else, Mount Zion Baptist Church is right there. See, I've always lived across the street from the Booker T. Washington High School. I have always lived there before they tore it down. We moved from one place to another. We moved from off of Easton Street on Elgin Place. Now, I was still right across the street from the school. I've lived across the street from the school all my life until I got grown here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've always lived. I knew every teacher, what time they came to work, and everything else. But Tulsa's home to me. It's home. I know it'll drain the dirt from the year, especially this area here. I came up in this area here before all of this was built. This was my area. Down on Greenwood at the time, my dad used to, you stay off of Greenwood, you learn too much stuff down there. You stay off of Greenwood. Every time they turned it back, we'd be down there trying to find out what the hustlers was doing, who was selling corn, whiskey, and we were in on the know of everything. My dad, he knew I was in that man. He turned out like my son.
Well, you know, as North Tulsa is going through a change right